Hello everyone, welcome back. Nate here with 911 Rapid Response. Thank you once again for tuning in. And on today's vehicle showcase, we have for you a very good looking vehicle behind us, a project that we completed for the Manchester Fire Department out of Carroll County in Maryland. And we'll go ahead and go over some of the emergency equipment, what was provided pre-installed on the vehicle, and what we could do for you in the event that you would be looking for a brush truck like this. We are able to handle many different opportunities, up to and including many of the things that were pre-installed on this vehicle when it was brought to us to have the emergency equipment added. We'll go ahead in the front. This vehicle was provided to us with the ranch hand push bar that you see here, the brush guard. So the push guard, or the brush guard, was already pre-installed. The two auxiliary lights there on the front, the round aux beam lights, those were pre-installed. For emergency warning, what we had installed on this brush guard, we have the 4 Whelen T-ions there. As you can see, they're doing an X pattern right now. Those are all solo red. Up high in the visor, we have the Whelen FST. And that is a duo inner edge light bar. We have 2 individual takedown modules on the inside, and we have red and white modules all the way across. Currently in park, you can see that we're flashing only red. In drive, we'll be flashing more white up there. And we also have headlight flashers installed here for more white warning to the front and priority. Come around the side. On the side of the brush guard, we have another Whelen T-ion. This is a duo red-white. So out of park, we'll be flashing red and white there. If we cruise back a little bit in the Ford F350 badge, that small pocket there, client opted to put a T-ion in there for some extra side and rear warning. It's a nice spot. The T-ion fits in there really perfectly, and its size, its overall thickness, it's hidden in there very well. Graphics package installed on this vehicle was not performed here by our market graphics division. It was pre-installed when the customer dropped it off. Overall, a very nice package. And further back for warning, on their flatbed, which is an EB model, we have on Whelen brackets that were actually welded here at our fabrication shop. We welded those onto the frame, the back side, to make them sturdy rather than through bolting. Those are the Whelen T-ions, the front and rear of the bed. Duo configuration, those will all flash white in priority, flashing red only now. All the diamond plate boxes and the skid tank unit with the hose reel, that was pre-installed. However, the emergency lighting that we have on the rear of the vehicle was also installed here by us. And we have quite an impressive setup on the back here with the surface mounted options that we had gone with. So if we start high up on the headache rack, we have 2 Whelen T-ions on either side of the brake tail turn lights, which are duo red and amber. On the rear frame of the hose reel, we have a Whelen Strip Light Plus in a duo configuration, red and amber. On the rear side of the boxes, we have 2 more Whelen Strip Light Pluses in duo again, red and amber. And then down on the rear of the flatbed, we have 4 Whelen T-ions also in duo red amber. We're able to configure this in a way that we can have everything truly alternating in an even fashion, utilizing that single strip light plus there on the back of the hose reel. We were able to split that light head rather than flash the whole thing and give it a very nice aesthetic look to it as far as the flash pattern goes. On the driver's side rear box, we have a Kuzma auto eject unit that was installed here at Rapid Response. That is wired to a Kuzma battery charger in the cab of the truck. And for aftermarket equipment, aside of the console and aside of the Whelen controller, that is about all that we have in the vehicle that was performed here at Rapid Response. However, opportunities do exist out of our Vengeance shop and out of turnkey solutions that we could provide to you. On a brush truck setup like this, we have suppliers, we have vendors that we can go to, like EB, to offer a flatbed direct from a vendor or supplier and install it on the vehicle here at Rapid Response. We have suppliers and vendors for skid units with the hose reel setup. We also have suppliers that we can offer boxes. We can offer custom-made boxes out of Vengeance. We can also offer Vengeance apparatus flatbeds, custom designed from the ground up. So, as this was provided to us, essentially turnkey, less the emergency warning, we can provide this for you if you have a cabin chassis vehicle ordered, or a vehicle that has a bed that you want to delete the bed, or if you'd like us to source a vehicle for you. Those are all opportunities that we'd be glad to help you out with. And from here, we'll go onto the inside of the vehicle and the equipment that we installed there. Okay, folks, so inside the F350 right now, we're going to go ahead and go over the console layout and the wheel and controller that we have installed, and the minor amount of programming that we did here per the customer's request. So at the top of the console, which is a Havas 30-inch long, 10-inch high box console, we have the Whelen HHS 4206, which is the rotary knob variant of the HHS control series. As you can see right now, the slider position is off, but we do have all the lighting active. The client wanted this to be configured into the controller, that they had the ability to essentially put their slider 3 position lighting on one button. So a single button that turns on your emergency warning. When you put it in drive, you have your white flashing. When you put it in park, it's red flashing only. So essentially this is going to work like a master switch on a fire apparatus. Very simple operation. To the right of that all button there that's currently lit red, we have a takedown button that's going to flood our inner edge FST white. And then we have 2 auxiliary buttons, which are P-call, fast and slow, or warble and whoop if you might. All the way to the right side, we have a dimmer switch for the backlight and the control head. Slider switch functions are programmed in the vehicle as they usually would be. So slider 1 would be rear only, slider 2 would be all of our lighting, less white, and slider 3 would activate our white lighting. Standard siren tones on our T1, T2, T3 on the rotary knob, manual siren activation, momentary air horn, and no traffic advisor application in this vehicle. Further back the console, we have our cup holders, armrests, standard equipment there in any console. And we do have an auto charge for the Kussmaul, the battery display on the driver's side of the console here. So that's going to give us our battery charge status, very easily seen from the driver's side of the vehicle. When the vehicle's plugged in, if they're having any type of low charge or low voltage on the battery, that would be easily visible from the driver's side. Okay everyone, so we're going to go over functionality now, and we'll go ahead and roll through the slider switches as we commonly would in these vehicle showcases. Starting with sliders 1, that's going to give us our rear lighting, which would include our T-ions and our strip light pluses in the back there, flashing between red and amber. Going on slider 2, you can come around the side. We now have red lighting around the vehicle. And while we're at the side, I'll go ahead and put slider 3 on and come out of park, and that's going to give us our white flashing on the side. And if we go to the front of the vehicle, we can see that we have our white flashing active there in our headlight flashers and the white flashing in the inner edge FST. If we go into park, that's going to kill our white flashing. Back out of park, white flashing active. Takedown feature, it's going to flood our visor light bar. And as for functionality, less the siren tones, that's about all we have at this moment. All right, everyone, that is going to conclude today's vehicle showcase. Again, a great project here, a great finish to a pre-installed, to a degree, vehicle that was provided to us by the Manchester Fire Department out of Maryland. We congratulate them on their new vehicle that's going to be put into service here, and we greatly appreciate the opportunity. And remember, please feel free to reach out, whether it's lighting, graphics, or a full upfit, everything together. The addition of a flatbed, or if you're looking for a brush unit like this, we can definitely help you source all the materials required to achieve a finished project, something similar to this or something to a degree of which you create with your own thoughts. Again, thanks for following along. We appreciate you and have a great day.